The music industry is full of mysteries that fans have a lot of trouble to figure out sometimes, but there are moments when we find out things that makes us all interested even more. What K-pop songs got rejected first by other artists, and how did they become such big hits? From the crazy story of sunmi's Siren to Blackpink's As If It's Your Last, we'll talk about it all, so let's get into it. Vie Young Rose. Who would have ever thought that this smash hit got rejected first? Vie Young Rose is a debut song of IG1, who literally broke the music charts with it. Not only that, but it became such an iconic song that every time someone sees the quote online, they immediately think of the group's name, even when some of the posts are not actually tied with IG1. But I guess you wonder, who rejected Vie Young Rose before these girls got it for their debut? Well, it turns out this hit was meant for Cube Entertainment's group CLC. What happened though was that Cube decided to sell this song, and that's how it ended up in the hands of IG1. It leaves fans wondering if the song would have still become such a huge hit if it was kept for CLC. Who knows? However, what I can tell you is that there is a demo of CLC's version online, and it has a much stronger vibe than IG1's version. Chewing Gum. NCT Dream's debut with Chewing Gum was just as iconic as it was slightly questionable. Although some people really loved the song, there were those who found it a little bit annoying. However, as soon as you got into it, the chorus kept ringing in your head all day long since it was so catchy. The song itself was first meant for another SM group. It was none other than Red Velvet. If you think about it for a second, there are some strong elements that could resemble the Red Velvet vibe, but I think it's better that the boys got it. It was a fun, cheerful song, and NCT Dream embodied it better than anyone. Something. When Girls' Day released Something, I had it on repeat for weeks, guys. Not only was this song absolutely fantastic, but it sounded like it was specifically made for the group since they simply slayed the concept. However, what if I told you that this song was first meant for Hyolyn? It is said though that Hyolyn didn't like the demo of the song and thought it didn't fit her style at all. After having several conversations, the producers of the song eventually gave it to Girls' Day and it became a total bop. The music video for it is iconic on its own since, let's be honest, the dance moves are really captivating. Up and Down. This song became a K-pop staple by a total accident. Obviously, Up and Down had a big potential from the very beginning, but when the song was released, it didn't attract that much attention. If you don't know the story behind it, the song became a huge hit after a fan cam of Honey had gone viral and made everyone fall in love with the group itself. EXIT attracted a lot of attention, and Honey was at one point one of the most demanded K-pop idols ever. But who rejected this song first, you ask? Well, hold on tight because you're gonna be surprised. Jessie was supposed to have Up and Down on her own album, but she rejected it after telling Ellie from EXIT that she thinks it suits her vibe more than hers. Do you think she made the right decision? Siren. The legendary Siren by sunmi is without a doubt one of the strongest songs from her repertoire. When sunmi's song Gashina took the music world by storm, it was only expected that she'd make another bop in a similar fashion. Ever since then, sunmi has been making songs that get her popular immediately. However, the story of Siren isn't so simple. JYP himself actually rejected the song when sunmi wrote it. According to sunmi, Siren was supposed to be the title track for Wonder Girls' Why So Lonely album, but JYP told her that it wasn't good and that it didn't fit the vibe of the group. After sunmi left JYP Entertainment, she rearranged the song, made a couple of changes, and it became one of her best-selling songs of hers. And if you wonder what the first version of Siren sounded like, you can check out this tweet by sunmi who posted it herself. Now that's what I call queen behavior. Female President. And we're going back to Girls' Day. It seems like this K-pop group has a lot of songs that became popular and were meant for somebody else at first. Well, that just means they have a good nose for hits, doesn't it? The song Female President definitely made some big headlines when it was released. It's intriguing, catchy, and powerful at the same time. Some netizens even call it a feminist anthem of K-pop for its strong message of female empowerment. And I mean, rightfully so. The song itself is absolutely amazing, but it really wasn't meant for Girls' Day at first. The songwriter of Female President, Nam Ki-sang, revealed that this song was made for a group called Six Mix. You've never heard of them? Well, no surprise because they actually never debuted. Six Mix was a group that was supposed to debut under JYP somewhere between 2014 and 2015. The initial lineup of the group actually included some Twice members. Nayeon, Sana, Jihyo, and Jonghyun were all meant to debut as members of Six Mix with two other girls, Minyoung and Lena. Funny how things eventually turned out, huh? Lucky One. Lucky One by EXO was released in 2016 and fans loved it as much as they love anything else that the group ever released. It's no surprise since EXO is one of the most popular K-pop groups and their music is simply amazing. When SM Entertainment got this song, they had a different artist in mind for it though. At first they wanted to give it to SHINee, but the group actually rejected it because they simply didn't vibe with it. Sometimes it happens, right? Although Lucky One didn't become EXO's best song, it still did pretty well. However, when compared to Love Shot, it's like two different worlds. Into the New World. Girls' Generation's debut song is something that every single K-pop artist knows. Who would have thought back then that this legendary piece of music would be such an inspiration for rookie groups and idols even years and years after? Into the New World was originally meant for a completely different group though. It was Girls' Generation's seniors, Milk, who were supposed to have it on their album in 2002. But it didn't really work out because they disbanded shortly after they were able to release it. SM Entertainment kept the song in their vault, and when it came to the debut of Girls' Generation in 2007, they pulled it out and gave it to them. Many people think that this was one of the best decisions SM has ever made, especially because the song proved its worth after the group's debut. Even the members of the group have very fond memories of it and consider it to be one of the most hopeful and happiest songs that the K-pop world has ever blessed us with. As if it's your last. When this story broke out earlier this year, many people were in total shock and started to question the whole Blackpink discography. There is no doubt that As If It's Your Last is one of the most successful K-pop songs ever. Yes, it's not only a big success for Blackpink, but for the whole K-pop world. However, it was not meant for them at first. 2NE1, which was also a group under YG Entertainment, was initially the artists who were supposed to get it. Why didn't they sing the song then, you ask? According to some sources, YG thought that it resembled 2NE1's Go Away too much, and that's why they threw it back into the vault. There's actually even a demo of the Blackpink song online, and you can clearly hear Seo's voice. On the other hand, Minzy didn't mention Go Away in her interview and had this to say: "We prepared the recording, however, we included other songs in the album, and that album was the one with Come Back Home in it." After this news broke out, many 2NE1 fans claimed that other Blackpink songs were also supposed to go to 2NE1. The songs in question were Playing with Fire and Forever Young, because of an Instagram post by 2NE1 members. Well, it would for sure be worth listening to 2NE1 singing these songs that made Blackpink so popular. No Playboy. Nine Muses was a girl K-pop group beloved by many. Some of their comebacks were basically what K-pop really was back in the day. They embodied the genre perfectly, and I guess we can all agree that it's a shame to not see the group perform these days since they disbanded in 2019. Their debut song, No Playboy, made them really popular, but the truth is, it wasn't supposed to be their debut song. You'll be surprised, but No Playboy was really meant to be a comeback song for one of the biggest K-pop acts ever. Who? It was none other than Wonder Girls. Yeah, you heard that right. Wonder Girls were supposed to make a choice and they had to choose between Nobody and No Playboy for their comeback. The group eventually decided to go with Nobody, which was definitely a great choice because that song is another K-pop hit. Who doesn't know Nobody, right? It's really safe to say that both groups got very lucky and it made both of them successful. Good Night Like Yesterday. Even though Good Night Like Yesterday by Lovelyz didn't really become a total hit, it's still a good song to mention because its history is really interesting. The Vink, who was the songwriter of the song, once revealed that it was originally meant for a male group. He also said that the song was initially supposed to be released 7 years before Lovelyz appeared with it on the scene. He allegedly pitched the song to various idols throughout the years and mainly focused on male groups, but he still failed to sell it. After a long tiring time, he was told to focus more on girl groups, and that's how it ended up in Lovelyz's hands. Good for them. However, the story of the song doesn't end there. Because of it, the Vink and other producers and songwriters created a whole composition team titled One Piece. That's definitely something. So what do you think, guys? Is there a song that you wish some of these artists didn't reject at first and kept it for themselves? And what are your thoughts on the whole 2NE1 versus Blackpink controversy? Share your opinions in the comments. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys!